Hi, welcome everyone. I am Chaouki from Legend Effects, and today in this new After Effects tutorial, I will show you how to create or simulate fire on After Effects without any plugin. In this tutorial, I tried to keep things very simple and clear, so everyone can follow the whole process. Let's move on. If you like my tutorial, don't forget please to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave any comment, and by the way, you can download all the project files from the link in the description. In a new After Effects project, I will right click on the project panel, create a new composition. I will rename it Fire. I will keep the settings 1000 by 1000 pixel. Now in the new composition, I will right click on the timeline, create a new solid. Any color will be fine. Right click on the new layer, add an effect, noise and grain, turbulent noise. I will call the cloudy settings or cloudy presets. I'll change the brightness to -60. Now I'll keep all the other settings for now. Right click again on the timeline, create a new adjustment layer. This will be our basic simulator. Hit enter on the keyboard, name it simulator. Now with the layer selected, right click on the effect controls panel, add the effect simulation CC Mercury. Let's first explore this effect. As you can see, this one will be used as our basic simulator for the fire, but we have to change a little bit the settings. For that, I'll change the first X radius to 10, decrease the Y radius to 0, keep all the other settings. Just here, in the gravity, the most important thing, I'll give it the value of -1. I'll move the center now to the bottom. The velocity, I'll decrease it to 0. I'll change the birth size to 0.5 and the depth size to 0. Let's hit preview. So this will be our basic shape for the simulation. Now, I'll right click in the timeline, add a new adjustment layer. I will rename it Fire Look. I'll right click in the effect controls and I will add the effect Blur CC Vector Blur. This effect will be responsible of adding the fire look or the flame look to the fire. For that, I'll change the setting to direction fading, and the first value here, -75, and keep all the settings. Let's hit preview again. Everything looks fine, just we have to tweak a little bit the turbulent noise. We have to let the turbulent noise follow the evolution of the fire vertically. To do that, I will go back to my solid and I will open the transform setting. With Alt pressed on the keyboard, I click on the stopwatch. I will write the following expression. Open the brackets, keep the first value 500, comma, after that minus time multiplied by 500. Close the brackets. Now we can see that the flames are going with the fire movement. Okay, Control A, you collapse all the layers. Now I will work a little bit on the color. To do that, right click on the timeline, new adjustment layer. Let's rename it CC. Select it, right click on the effect controls, color correction, add the exposure effect, and right click again, color correction tool, add the three-tone effect. I'm trying to keep things simple so everyone, at least, he will follow the same setting, at least with a little bit of difference. I can use the curve effect, but for here I'll use the three-tone to be clear more, to choose the right colors. So the first one, the white, I will choose bright yellow. Second color, I will choose a dark orange. I'll keep the setting now, just I will tweak a little bit the exposure. The exposure, I will give the value of 4, and in the gamma, I'll decrease it to 0.5. Let's play again. Everything looks fine. There is an important effect that I will add to decrease a little bit the fury effect of the fire. I'll click on the simulator. I'll right click on the effect controls, and I will add the following effect: time, echo, and here minus 0.1. This effect in fact will deprecate the fire, so I will have a little bit more of fury. The only remaining thing, I'll right click, add a new adjustment layer. I'll rename it glow. Right click on the effect controls, stylize, glow. I'll decrease a little bit the threshold. I'll increase the radius, and maybe I'll decrease a little bit the intensity, the glow intensity. Hit preview. The amazing thing about this technique that you can control the simulator position. I'll add a keyframe for the producer at the starting. I'll move it after 2 seconds. I'll change the position after 3 seconds. I'll go back to the first position. Now if I hit preview, you'll see that the fire is following the source. You can still play with the setting of the simulator so you can have more realistic result, or you can get the result you want, change the color, change the fire aspect, and to do that I will give you some samples. So for that, I'll go back to the first position. I'll remove the keyframes. If you can see here, if I decrease the X radius, for example 50, I can have a bigger fire. You can play with the longevity, for example 1, so the fire remain in a lower position. Maybe here I'll put it minus 0.5 for the gravity. Sorry, or maybe minus 2. It will be better for barbecue, this one. First I'll go back to my first setting, minus 1, and the longevity 2. I'll go back to, I can add a little bit of velocity, 0.3. Here, if you can see, I have more velocity of the fire. So the particle will be going the two sides. Okay, now I'll go back to my first out velocity to 0, radius to 10. And here maybe the longevity, I can go back, for example, to 1. It will be a smaller flame. I think now the tutorial comes to the end, so I hope you enjoyed that and you liked it. See you in the next time. If you like my tutorial, don't forget please to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave any comment, and by the way, you can download all the project files from the link in the description.